Welcome back to this new training session. In this training session, we are going to learn how to use the browser developer tools, and specifically the Elements tab, in order to help us during our application development. So let's jump into our app designer. I have prepared a simple application that on the first page only contains one image and on the second page contains a table. You can download this application through the store. Let's run the application on a separated window and let's open the browser developer tools. To do this, we just need to press F12. And now we can see the developer tools. So on this first tab, we have the elements. On this tab, we can see the HTML code for the application. And it's possible to navigate on the DOM element just by expanding the tree. As soon as we are over one object that is visible on the screen, we can see that this object is automatically highlighted on the left. Let's go on and expand the tree until we reach the image. And now we are there. As you can see, we have here image on the ID. We have an easier way to select one object on the tree. We just need to press on the button on the top left corner. The button is called Inspect Element. And then we just need to go to the page and press over the element that we want to select. Let's press the button and select the page title. As you can see on the tree, we are automatically positioned on this element. Let's repeat the process, but this time let's choose the image. And as you can see again, the DOM is positioned on the image. Now let's go on with our training. Let's learn how to mimic a mobile phone or a tablet on the browser. To do this, we just need to press the second button on the top left. As you can see, now the page is rendered inside a small window. Let's change the device to a different one. This is very useful to test how the application will look on different sizes devices. If you don't have a device on the list that corresponds to the dimensions of the ones that you are going to use, you can press on the edit and add more devices. Okay, so let's disable the mobile device simulator. Okay, so let's go to the next tool. This tool is very important because it's the one that allows us to play with the styles of the elements. Let's say that we need to change something on the style of the page title. Let's select the object. As you can see on the tree, this is the title of the page. Let's simulate some changes. We just need to press on the right side in one of the style classes. Normally we use the first one because this one belongs to the object. If you use a different one, you may change a different object that you don't want to change. So let's change the font size. You can see that you can put a smaller one or a font that it's bigger. Let's go with the bigger one. Let's also change the font style. As you can see, we have a menu from which we can navigate and see how the style is going to be applied on the font on the left. Let's choose obliquous. Okay, so now let's change the font family and let's also change the color. We can choose any color from the menu, or we can use the color picker to choose in more detail or by typing a hexadecimal color code. Now let's see how can we use these styles inside the app designer. Let's start by copying them and then switch into the app designer. Let's open the style editor. Start by creating a style class. So we need to type dot and let's call it test for now and put curly brackets. And inside of the curly brackets, let's pass the styles that we have copied. Now that we have the class, we need to add the class to the component that we want to apply the styles. In this case, we want to change the page header, so we need to go to the page and apply the style. Let's select page, that is the one that is already selected, and as you can see, I already have typed test in the property style class. So let's activate the application and switch back into the other tab on the browser. Let's refresh to load the new style. As you can see, the style is not being applied on the component. Let's navigate to the element by selecting them and let's analyze the tree. Let's search for the page element. Okay, here it is. As we can see, we have here the text style class, but it's not being propagated to the header text. This is happening because some other style class below is overwriting this one. So in order to solve this issue, we need to create a dependency, meaning that this style class is going to be applied in the component that has specific style class. Let's search for the header again. Okay, because this is a SAP.m.title inside the page, let's copy the class started by SAP m title. Let's jump into the designer and in the front of test let's put dot and SAP m title that we have on memory. Let's activate again and let's jump into the other window. Now, in order to properly refresh the style class, we should do a hard reload. One way to achieve this is by pressing the refresh button and keep the button pressed until we have a dialog showing multiple options. Now we just need to choose empty cache and hard reload. After the page loads, we can see that this time the style classes has been applied correctly. Let's choose the component and as you can see we still have the class on the page level, but then if you choose the page title you will see on the right side that we have there the class being applied. This is because this was the component that contains the SAP m title. So, recapitulating, if you want to apply a style class to a component that is not the main one, you may need to attach the style class to a different class that belongs to that component. This way, as the style class that it's applied on the parent will be applied to all the children that contain that specific style class. And with this, we conclude this training session. Looking forward to see you on the next one.